The backpackers in as usual, and everybody's gone. But I have little, not the cold, but I have to be careful because I felt a little chilly, sweating. Anyway, I found this very interesting video, and I want to mention how it affects me and possibly affect you. This is the person named Akihiro Miwa. She or he must be about 90 years old, probably. Had the experience of an atomic bomb hitting her in Nagasaki, but she escaped. And a wonderful story. But the whole point of this is about stop living for other people. That was the title. And she says you have to save yourself from the darkness. And the best thing for you is probably to read what I can share in the description, which lead to this whole transcript in English, because the original is Japanese. And if you like, I suggest you to watch the video in Japanese also, even if you don't understand, because you get the feel of the way she or he talks. I keep switching she and him because he behaved like a woman. And I don't know the background, but it just doesn't matter. So let me just pick some of the lines that I kind of underlined. And of course this is not the whole of it, but at least give us a sense of the message she's trying to get. You are measuring yourself with someone else's ruler, and don't do that. You must not entrust the value of your precious soul to such fickle things. True confidence isn't something you receive from others. It's like a spring that bubbles up from within your own self. So in this part, he or she is talking about not put too much emphasis on how other people think of you, because you get too busy with that, you start to not look at yourself, and therefore you become a slave. It's important to intentionally make time also to close your ears to the noise of the world. Your heart should be a quiet, calm harbor or center. If it's constantly exposed to storms from the outside, even the sturdiest ship will eventually sink. From the TV and internet, it comes non-stop, doesn't it? News that fuels anxiety or filled with someone's malice. If we are exposed too much to such things, our brains, without us even knowing, are constantly preparing for battle. Our hearts get no chance to rest. That's precisely why it's so necessary to consciously practice the mental evacuation drill of cutting off information. Make a day where you completely disconnect from social media, that glittering yet sometimes cruel theater, and simply gaze at the color of the real sky. I love this. I do it quite often. It may sound like you're retard, like the Beatles song I always think about, Top of the Hill, whatever that was. Anyway, what she's saying is that make a day disconnected from social media and simply gaze at the color of the real sky. She says it's a digital detox. In truth, jumping further, I myself was also in a deep loneliness for a long time. I know some stories of how hard she had to go through to live life. Anyway, she says, or he says, a loneliness where no matter how much I screamed at the thick wall of society, my voice wouldn't reach. The pain of feeling like my very existence was treated as some kind of a mistake in this world. I have spent countless nights like that. Struggling in that darkness, I suddenly realized one day, well before seeking to be understood by others, I must first become my own greatest understanding. No matter how cold the world is, I alone will be on my side. That was the first and most important step toward the direction of the light. Know that fulfilling yourself is true kindness and strength. You often see people who sacrifice themselves saying, it's for others, but that is no value. It's merely self-destruction. It may not be, and it may not meant to be, but it can be taken as such, depending upon the amount and the frequency and how accurate. So don't be fooled. So please allow yourself to spend more money and time on yourself. The time to carefully brew a delicious cup of coffee. Da, 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 da. And now I'm getting toward the end. However, there is one thing I don't want you to forget. Cherishing yourself and being self-centered and selfish are completely different. True self-love naturally leads to kindness toward others. You are the main character of your own life. First, fill this one beautiful vessel that is you to be the brim with love. If you do, that love will naturally overflow as a warm light and gently illuminate your surroundings and indeed the world. Wow. Please watch in Japanese and listen, and you have no idea what she's doing, but you get the idea. And the full transcript is to be found if you check the description of this video. His name or her name is Akihiro Miwa. Amazing person. I may have talked about him or her in previous videos, and I just found more videos recently, and I'm happy to share. Thank you.